Hey, it's the Empire, Geoboxing Empire, Backstreet Boxing. Nah, man, Joseph Diaz versus Devin the Dream Haney happened, man. It was a phenomenal fight, right? There's a lot of speculation going into this fight that uh, since Teofimo Lopez lost to George Gambosis and the quote unquote undisputed champion, Teofimo Lopez, even though he was missing a WBC title. The upset was such a big deal between Teofimo Lopez and George Gambosis that people are expecting the same thing out this Joseph Diaz versus Devin Haney fight. That did not happen, man. Devin Haney clearly outboxed Joseph Diaz, right? Devin Haney was jabbing Diaz, moving around the ring, and just being active and moving at the same time, right? Letting his hands go and turning Joseph Diaz. Now, Joseph Diaz was walking down Devin Haney. He had good moments, right? I gave him like round 4 and like round 12, and I gave him one more round. But you know, it seemed like Joseph Diaz was looking for like a sunny day to throw his punches, to let his hands go, and that just wasn't going to happen, man. He was expecting Devin Haney to basically stop throwing punches and stay still for Joseph Diaz to really let his hands go, right? Joseph Diaz really let his hands go when he had Devin Haney on the ropes. But, you know, when the fight got desperate in round 12, he just started throwing punches in the middle of the ring and he started catching Devin Haney. You know, I think that if Joseph Diaz would have let his hands go earlier, he would have had more success. But he just didn't, man. He just didn't. But that's a testament to Devin Haney and his jab and his choice of shots, right? There's times where Devin Haney, it was round 11, I believe, or round 10, one of those two rounds, where Devin Haney threw a straight right to the body. Then he came over top with a left hook, and Diaz froze. Like he almost got dropped, right? The thing with Devin Haney is he has crisp shots, but he doesn't really know how to put a combination together. And I think in that fight he could have stopped Joseph Diaz with that left, after he wobbled him with the left hook. That shook Joseph Diaz to the core. You know, there's times when Joseph Diaz wobbled Devin Haney. Devin Haney has like extreme recovery rate, because I've seen him get hit a couple times and he looks like he's hurt, but then bam, he's 100% again. But Joseph Diaz, when he got hurt at least twice, 2-3 times in this fight, and Devin Haney just doesn't know how to put a combination together. You know, he doesn't really know how to push the pace without getting caught. When Devin Haney tries to let his hands go, he gets hit a lot. Unfortunate for him. Maybe it's him fighting a southpaw, but Devin Haney was doing really good work here. He was mixing up his left hooks to the body and left hook up top. He'll double it, like he'll tap Joseph Diaz's right hand and then come to the body, and then he'd do the same thing, touch his body and then come up top with the head. And he was just doing a lot of advanced stuff. He threw like every punch you can possibly throw on a southpaw, right? Amazing punch selection from Devin Haney, and he goes to not doubt his mandatory. Jojo Diaz was a WBC mandatory, but taken very seriously, and he showed up and showed out in that fight. You know, now a lot of people will see Devin the Dream Haney wobbled and say, well, you know, this guy's chin suspect. But it's not really about getting wobbled. It's about not getting stopped, right? I mean, we seen Teofimo Lopez dropped in the last fight with Gambosis, and Devin Haney took a lot of shots from Diaz, and he didn't go down, right? I believe in this fight that Devin Haney was playing the game of trying to please the fans. And all that being said, you know, he was playing gunslinger with Joseph Diaz and was getting in war shootouts with him. Therefore, he got caught. You know, but when he was boxing, it wasn't really a close fight. Joseph Diaz really couldn't outbox with Devin Haney. It was more when Devin Haney sat down and tried to do something that was out of character, or when he got stuck in the ropes when Joseph Diaz cut the ring off, that he did really well. But overall, man, this fight was a good fight, man. But the better man won tonight, man. And Devin Haney goes on to become the WBC champion, still remaining and undefeated. Now, Devin the Dream Haney did call out George Gambosis after the fight, and he said he'll do it in Australia, man. So this would be a really big fight, man. I'm really excited to see it. This is definitely one for the books. Understand that Joseph Diaz fighting Devin the Dream Haney, he is southpaw, and he did get catch with some shots from Joseph Diaz, most notably the left hook. It was a left hook from a southpaw stance, and that's like a really wide shot to get hit by. It seems like Devin Haney didn't really know how to block that shot, because Joseph Diaz kept landing it over and over again. This is a glimpse of, in my opinion, what could happen with Gervonta Tank Davis, a power puncher who's known to generate power from outlandish positions, right? But Devin Haney, outboxed Joseph Diaz well, so that can be either way it can happen. It can either be that Gervonta catches him with something on the outside, or Devin Haney outboxes Gervonta Tank Davis, right? But anyway, man, this is a good fight. I'm glad that Devin Haney won. Understand they're pushing this undisputed, and we're gonna see it soon. It's gonna happen. Let me know how you guys feel about it, though. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the Empire. Geobusting Empire. Peace.